Hey everyone, hello. As always, I hope this video finds you in good health and in good spirits. Today we're exploring one of the most fascinating and controversial passages in the Bible, Genesis 6:1-4, the story of the Nephilim. Who were they? Were they the offspring of fallen angels and humans? Were they giants? Were they something even stranger, perhaps connected to UFOs and extraterrestrials? Well, buckle up because this one takes us deep into ancient scripture, myth, and modern theories. Let's start with the text itself. Genesis 6:1-4 reads, "When human beings began to increase in number on the earth, the daughters were born to them. The sons of God saw the daughters of humans were beautiful, and they married any of them that they chose. Then the Lord said, 'My spirit will not contend with humans forever, for they are mortal. Their days will be 120 years. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also afterwards, when the sons of God went to the daughters of humans and had children by them. They were the heroes of old, men of renown.'" This passage has baffled theologians, scholars, and researchers for centuries. Who were these sons of God? What exactly are the Nephilim? Well, there are several competing interpretations of this passage. There's the fallen angels theory. Many ancient Jewish and Christian traditions, like the Book of Enoch, interpreted the sons of God as fallen angels who descended to earth, lusted after human women, and produced a hybrid race, the Nephilim. This theory paints the Nephilim as literal giants, described as violent, destructive beings who corrupted humanity. According to Enochian tradition, this was one of the key reasons for the Great Flood, God cleansing the earth of those corrupted bloodline. Then there's the Sethite theory. Some theologians argue that the sons of God was simply the descendants of Seth, Adam's righteous son, and the daughters of men were descendants of Cain. In this view, the Nephilim are not half angelic giants, but they were simply wicked rulers of men of renown who oppressed others. And then there's the ancient kings or warriors theory. Others' view is that the Nephilim were legendary kings or mighty men remembered in ancient times as heroes, but exaggerated into myths of giants. Now, the idea of giants wasn't unique to the Bible. We see similar stories across cultures. In Mesopotamian myth, the Apkallu, were half-divine beings who gave humans forbidden knowledge. And then in Greek mythology, they had the Titans, giant offsprings of gods and mortals. And then the Native American traditions speak of red-haired giants that once roamed the land. All of these point to a repeating theme: beings who were larger than life, often violent, often connected to the divine or otherworldly. Now, here's where things are even stranger. In modern times, some researchers have connected the Nephilim to UFO and alien theories. There's the ancient astronaut theory. Writers like Eric von Daniken and Zecharia Sitchin suggest that sons of God were actually extraterrestrial visitors who genetically modified early humans. In this view, Nephilims were alien-human hybrids, explaining their unusual size, intelligence, and power. This connects Genesis 6 with accounts of abductions, hybrid programs, and star people in modern UFO lore. Some UFO researchers even argue that abduction and hybridization programs are actually happening today, and they mirror Genesis describing what happened thousands of years ago. And, could history be repeating itself? Guess we'll never know. But, so, were the Nephilim fallen angels and their giants' offspring a metaphor for corrupt rulers, legendary kings of inflated myth, or extraterrestrial human hybrids recorded by ancient scribes in the only language they had? Well, the truth may never be known, but what we can say is that Genesis 6:1-4 leaves a puzzle piece that doesn't quite fit neatly into traditional theology. Adding to the mystery of claims of giant skeletons being found around the world, sometimes they were reported in old newspapers from the 1800s, sometimes whispered about in conspiracy circles today. Many say these remains are covered up or hidden by government and institutions like the Smithsonian. Whether true or exaggerated, they fuel the theory that the Nephilim weren't just myth, but flesh and blood beings whose evidence has been deliberately erased. The Nephilim remain one of the Bible's greatest enigmas, part scripture, part myth, part conspiracy, and perhaps even part UFO mystery. Were the fallen angels children divine human hybrids or visitors from another world? One thing's for certain. Their story continues to capture the imagination of those who look beyond the surface of history. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for joining me on this journey through Genesis 6, the Nephilim, and their possible connection to UFO and ancient myths. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. Until next time, keep questioning, keep searching, and keep your mind open. All right, everyone, take care. Peace.